Something is wrong with your hair. You've known it for a while. Not dramatically wrong, just quietly, persistently off. The volume collapses by mid-morning. The style falls flat the moment you step outside. You've tried the products. You've tried the techniques. And still, every mirror catches you off guard. Here's what nobody has told you plainly. Thin hair over 60 is not your problem. Styling it wrong is. Every morning this one category of mistakes is quietly flattening your face, pulling your features downward, and adding years you have not earned. And the frustrating part is that fixing it takes less than 4 steps once you know exactly what they are. There's something in step 3 that a colorist I've worked with calls the single most overlooked fix in the salon industry for mature women. Most stylists assume their clients already know it. They don't. You're about to. I researched the worst style and beauty mistakes and youth-boosting fixes for mature women, so you get simple, proven transformations that work immediately. Today we're covering 4 simple steps to fix thin hair styling. And by step 2, you're going to want to stop and look in the mirror. I mean it. Step 1 is where we correct the mistake that collapses volume, before you've even finished getting ready. Step 2 is the application method most women have backwards. Step 3 is the colorist's secret that changes the way your hair reads in every single room you walk into. And step 4 is the one swap that makes every other step hold longer. If you haven't already, hit subscribe. I cover this every week. Part 1. The root volume mistake. You finish styling your hair. It looks good. You leave the house. And by the time you arrive wherever you are going, the volume is already half gone. And your face looks heavier and wider than it did in the mirror 40 minutes ago. This happens to almost every woman with fine hair over 60. And the reason it keeps happening is almost always the same invisible mistake at the very beginning of the process. Here it is. Most women with thin hair apply their root lifting product to wet hair, and then do nothing with it for several minutes. They go on to other things, moisturizer, teeth, earrings. By the time the heat tool comes out, the product has already settled into the hair shaft flat. The lift it was designed to create has already been decided. And it decided against you. Your root volume window is real, and it is short. When a volumizing mousse or a root spray is applied to freshly towel-dried hair, you have a narrow period, roughly 4 to 5 minutes, before the product begins to bond to the hair in whatever position it currently sits in. Most women spend that window doing something else. Here's the fix, and honestly, I wish someone had said this to me 10 years ago. The moment product touches your roots, and I mean the moment, bend forward from the waist, flip your hair over, and use your fingertips to gently lift the roots away from the scalp. Not ruffling, not rubbing, lifting, separating the root from the scalp so the product sets with space and air built in. Hold that position for 30 seconds. Then gently clip 2 large claw clips at the crown. Nothing fancy, nothing precise. Just enough to keep that lifted shape while you do everything else in your routine. Remove them before you begin diffusing or blowing dry. What you'll find is that the product has set with the root already lifted. You are not fighting the hair anymore. You are finishing what the product already started. This one shift, this write it down moment, changes how your hair behaves for the entire day. Now the aging effect this mistake creates is specific and measurable. Flat roots pull the visual weight of your face downward. When the crown is flat, the eye reads heaviness at the jaw. When the crown has lift, your beautiful bone structure, those cheekbones, that natural elegance, reads immediately in any light. 4 to 6 years of difference, in 30 seconds of intention. A woman I spoke to last month told me she had tried every volumizing product on the market, and nothing held past noon. She had never once tried the flip and lift before product set. She texted me 3 days later. This one is everything. What to swap? If you have been applying product and immediately reaching for your blow dryer, swap that sequence for apply, flip, lift, clip, wait, then dry. The dryer is not the first step. The roots are. Maintenance tip. Refresh root lift on day 2 hair with a light dry shampoo spritzed 1 inch from the root. Then lift with fingertips before it dries. Same principle. Less effort. Coming up next, the one swap that takes 30 seconds and changes how your entire face reads on camera. And it is not about product at all. Part 2, the heat tool direction mistake. Bold truth. The direction you move your heat tool through fine hair is doing more work against you than almost any product decision you have ever made. Most women know to use a round brush when blow-drying thin hair for volume. What most women do not know is that the direction of the airflow, specifically where the nozzle points relative to the brush, determines whether the cuticle smooths and builds lift, or roughens and creates frizz that mimics thickness but reads as chaos instead of fullness. Here is the specific mistake. When the nozzle points directly at the brush, or worse at the scalp, the heat lifts the cuticle instead of smoothing it. The hair looks temporarily fuller in the mirror because roughed cuticles catch light differently. But within an hour, that raised cuticle collapses under humidity and movement, and the result is flatter than if you had air dried. The fix is counterintuitive, and once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Point the nozzle forward, not down, not at the scalp, forward and slightly downward along the direction the hair shaft is growing, just past the barrel of the brush. You are essentially chasing the brush with the airflow, sealing the cuticle as it stretches rather than lifting it as it bends. The difference in your fingers is immediate. The hair feels smoother, silkier, and more substantial. That is not illusion. That is a sealed cuticle holding the volume that the round brush already created. Write this one down. Now add this layer. The section size matters as much as the direction. Most women with fine hair take sections that are too large when blow drying. A section wider than your round brush diameter means the middle of the section is never fully getting the tension and heat the outer edges receive. The result is uneven lift, high on the surface, flat underneath. Smaller sections. One pass. Full contact. Sealed cuticle. That is where the fullness that holds all day actually comes from. One more specific thing to understand about why this mistake is so persistent. Fine hair over 60 changes texture. The cortex of each strand becomes narrower with age, which means it responds more dramatically to heat angle than younger hair does. What worked at 40 does not produce the same result at 60, not because your hair is beyond help, but because it now needs a slightly more precise technique. Once you have that precision, your natural elegance and the way your features carry light become the story. The hair simply stops interrupting it. What to swap? If you have been pointing your nozzle downward at the scalp while brushing, swap to nozzle forward past the brush on every pass. And if you have been taking wide sections, swap to sections no wider than the barrel itself. Maintenance tip. On days you are not fully blow drying, use the forward nozzle direction on just your crown and face framing pieces. 60 seconds of precision styling that protects the part of your hair that reads first in every room. I didn't expect part 3 to be the one people message me about most, but it always is. Part 3, the color and contrast secret. There is a reason some women walk into a room and their hair looks full, dimensional, and alive, and others with the same cut and the same length walk in and their hair reads flat regardless of what they have done to it. The cut is not the difference. The technique is not the difference. The color is the difference. Here is what the colorist I mentioned told me. And she has worked with mature women for over 2 decades. Single process color on fine hair over 60 is one of the most reliably aging choices a woman can make without knowing it. Not because color ages, because single process color removes the one thing that creates the visual illusion of thickness, tonal variation. Here is the specific aging effect. When every strand of hair is the same tone, even a beautiful silver, the hair reads as a solid mass. A solid mass has no interior light. No interior light means the eye cannot perceive depth. And hair without perceived depth always reads as thinner and flatter than it actually is. This specific quality is pulling 4 to 7 years onto your face in photographs and in person, every single day. The fix is not dramatic. This is the one a friend of mine heard, and immediately called her stylist the same afternoon. Ask your colorist for tonal variation, not highlights in the traditional sense, but a technique called dimension toning. 2 or 3 shades within 3 steps of your natural base, placed selectively through the midshaft and ends, with your roots left closer to your natural tone. The result is that the hair appears to have interior light, depth that the eye reads as fullness. From 3 feet away, no one sees highlights. They see thick, healthy, dimensional hair. Yes, that simple. There is one part of this technique that almost nobody in the style space for mature women discusses plainly. The placement matters as much as the tone. Dimension placed too close to the root creates a visually scattered, chaotic surface that draws the eye to individual strands instead of the overall shape. Dimension placed midshaft to ends creates a visual gradient that tricks the eye into reading the hair as thicker, longer, and more luxurious. You want the eye to see the shape, not count the strands. That is the real goal. What to swap? If your current color is a single uniform tone throughout, whether natural gray, covered gray, or any single process shade, swap to a conversation with your colorist about dimension toning within your existing palette. You do not need to change your color. You need your color to have layers of itself. Maintenance tip. Tonal dimension fades gracefully and requires less frequent maintenance than solid color. A gloss refresh every 8 to 10 weeks keeps the tones alive without lifting or processing. The next mistake is the one I see most often, and the most expensive to fix if you leave it too long. It is the final step, and it connects everything we have covered today into one complete result. Part 4. The finish and set mistake. Here is something most women do not hear, until it is costing them daily. Everything you have done, the root lift, the direction, the dimension, can be undone in the final 60 seconds of your styling routine if you are finishing your hair the wrong way. The finish step is the step most women treat as optional or automatic. It is neither. For fine hair over 60, it is the step that determines whether everything holds for 4 hours or for 12. The specific mistake. Most women with fine hair finish with either nothing, they simply stop and hope, or they apply a holding spray from a distance of 12 to 15 inches and call it done. Both approaches fail fine hair over 60 in the same way. The former gives the style nothing to anchor to. The latter coats the surface of the hair with product that sits on top of the cuticle rather than bonding into it, adding weight instead of support. The volume drops. The face drops with it. Here is the technique that changes this, and I watched a woman in a salon chair last week use it for the first time. Stunning bone structure, perfect posture, silver hair that had beautiful shape right up until the moment she reached for her finishing spray. She held it far away, swept it vaguely across the top, and within minutes the crown was already beginning to fall. She kept touching it and wondering why. She did not know what she was actually doing wrong. The correct finishing sequence for fine hair over 60 has 3 moves. Move 1. Cool shot first. Before any product, use the cool button on your dryer for 30 seconds directed at the crown and the pieces framing your face. Cool air sets the shape into the cuticle. This is the most underused tool in the entire styling routine, and it costs nothing. Move 2. Micro mist, close range. Hold your light hold spray no further than 6 inches from the section you are setting. 6 inches means the mist reaches the strand while it still has propellant pressure. It bonds into the cuticle surface rather than drifting over it and landing flat. Section by section. Crown first, sides second, ends last. Move 3. Do not touch it for 90 seconds. This is the one nobody does. The hold spray needs 90 seconds to form its bond. Most women immediately run their fingers through the style to check it, and in doing so they break the bond before it has formed. Set the timer on your phone. Stand still. Let the product work. This specific combination, cool shot, micro mist at 6 inches 90-second hold, changes how long your volume lasts in a way that no single product can replicate alone. What you are doing is building a structure the hair can return to after movement, humidity, and gravity have done their work throughout the day. Structure, not stiffness. Fullness, not helmet. What to swap? If you have been finishing with a wide sweep spray from a distance or skipping finish altogether, swap to the 3-move sequence every time. If your current hold spray is medium or heavy hold, swap it for a light hold spray with flex, heavy products coat, and weigh fine hair rather than supporting it. Maintenance tip. Clean your diffuser and nozzle attachment every 2 weeks. Product buildup on attachments disperses heat unevenly, which undermines the cool shot set and creates hot spots that break down the cuticle structure you have just worked to create. There's one thing about the next topic we're covering. The accessory mistake that adds visible weight to even the most beautifully styled hair, that nobody in this space talks about directly. That's next. You just learned the 4 specific steps that most women with fine hair over 60 spend years searching for: root lift timing, heat direction, dimensional color, and finish technique. And you now have every single one. Wear this knowledge with the confidence it was always meant to carry. Your bone structure was always this beautiful. Now your hair will simply stop hiding it. Tell me in the comments, which of these 4 steps were you skipping without knowing it? I read every single one. Next time, we are getting into the one accessory mistake that quietly adds visual weight to even a perfectly styled look. And it is not the one you would expect. Like this video, subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path, and I will see you in the next one.